This is Finlay Sturges for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined with Ben Shalom. Ben, I've never met you, sir. First time.
Have you not?
No, I've not.
Lovely
Good to meet you, sir. And a good card to kick it off with the BBC. How excited are you for this one?
Really excited. I've got more excited as the week's gone on. It's warming up nicely. There's a lot of pressure on the two fighters topping the bill. Been with them both since debut, different routes to get here. Both a lot of history with the British title. Both will feel that they should have been British champions. Huge amount of pressure, really is. And yeah, it's warmed up really nicely this week. It's going to be a great advert for the sport on the national broadcaster. So yeah, really excited. Should we come away from it?
Yes, I was just about to say that. We'll come just behind it. You're right to take one more step. All good, right. So like I mentioned, the BBC headlining with the British heavyweight title. Long time coming with the injury. How frustrated have you been with that one to finally now get this underway?
No, it's been frustrating to have not been able to kick off our new deal with the BBC, but everything happens for a reason. The fighters warmed up. There's now more animosity between the two fighters. There's a huge amount of pressure on both guys, so I'm delighted to be here. It's been a long time coming, and I feel we're going to see a huge spectacle on Saturday night in front of a national audience.
I wanted to touch on your departure from Sky. People like Joe Gallagher said he was very upset to see Sky Sports not holding a partnership with anyone. But the BBC has a real chance here, and yourself, to kind of make a statement. What have you got in the pipeline? How big is this BBC project going to be? Will we see any pay-per-views from anyone in the stable?
Look, we've got a pay-per-view partner that's due to be announced very soon. The key is to create household names. The key is to use the BBC platform, which, my God, is still the biggest platform by none in the UK, across linear, across digital, across everything. It's enormous. How can we, as a promoter, use the BBC to promote the sport of boxing? That's the key. Getting in front of a national audience and building future stars, building household names. You have a bad night on BBC, it's going to be remembered. You have a great night, your career is going to absolutely spiral. So it's a lot of pressure on the fighters because of the size of the audience, but what it does create is a huge advert for boxing, and that's been the key. Timing is everything. BBC are ready for boxing for the first time in 20 years. We're ready to go. And yeah, an absolutely enormous opportunity for the sport to stake a claim on the national broadcaster.
You mentioned there you want to build stars, but it's all sometimes about having stars in the here and now. We have had a couple departures for Dal Riley, to name a few, but you have got people that have stayed, like Adam Azim and Callum Simpson. How good is a testament to their loyalty for someone like boxing? What can you promise them in the coming years?
I don't think it's loyalty all the time. I think, of course, that comes into it. You've done it when you've done a great job and you've given everything and you continue to deliver. But equally, these are guys that want the big nights. These are guys that want the eyeballs. These are guys that want to become stars. And when you're promising them to box on the national broadcaster as headline main events, that's something any fighter that wants to get to the very top of the sport won't turn down. The two guys that want the big fights, the two guys that don't want to duck and find ways around their opponents. They want the big names, they want the big nights. You've got Callum Simpson taking on a huge risk in many people's eyes against Troy Williamson in Leeds in a sellout arena in Leeds on December 20th. Adam Azim's going to be back boxing on BBC Two at the end of January, early February before Ramadan. So, you know, this is a huge opportunity for guys like that. Not just, established names, but we want boxers to become household names. We want them to be able to not be able to walk down the street. That's the opportunity we have now, and those guys understand that, believe in that, and know that they're going to get the support. And we have great relationships with them both. Very proud of what they've achieved, and they both have huge nights to come.
I do want to touch on the departure of Ben Whittaker. I know you maybe won't say much or can't say much, but he's very outspoken in the way of, why would you want to lose me? What was the truth between the Whittaker loss?
Look, I'll speak about it in due course. As it stands right now, good luck to him, and we're focused on the BBC and the fighters that want to be on the BBC.
Any update on Chris Eubank Jr? I know a lot of people calling for his retirement, but like I said, Father Time, no one can beat it, but we've not heard anything from Chris officially.
I think I've said before, he had a few days to let the dust settle. He's taken his time. He's not happy. It was a bitter pill to swallow. But he will be back, and for me, at the right weight. But we want to, when he comes back, it needs to be the Chris Eubank Jr. that we recognise and that we know, and that's fit and that's healthy. And he's been an unbelievable servant to British boxing, giving us the biggest nights of recent history. And he'll continue to do that, so he will be back next year.
Just a final one. What weight will that be, and who do you want next to Chris Eubank Jr.? Because he hasn't got long left in the game, so you're going to have to really push politely in his career path now.
Look, believe me, everyone wants a Eubank Jr. fight. He's probably one of the, if not the biggest name in British boxing right now. It's more about choosing the right opponent for him at the right weight, but making sure he's 100% when he comes back.
Ben, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, sir.